Now what I need you to do is fall over.
No, don't, Steve, because that's karma and that will happen to you, and I don't want you to
I
die.
can probably see myself doing it, to be honest.
So.
Rolling?
Yep.
Right. We have literally been walking for about 2.5 hours up that mountain. A little bit of a sprained ankle, not too much, just slightly. Get all the way back here and I fucking slip over, bruv. In the shit. Very Bigfoot.
Listen, baby, I can get whatever man I want. You see me? Now come get me.
Check the ceiling, check the dough. Check the rhythm, check the flow.
We turn up the vibe, we turn up the heat, we turn up inside, we get on our feet.
Get your ass to the back of the line.
So here we are, me and Emily, and we are just about to go down here to Snake Woodlands.
Look left, look right.
Look left, look right. So this is the track, we think. Everything here is stone built, even the floor is stone built. All the shops, houses, stone built, bus shelters, stone built. Take a look at that.
Do you want me to carry the bag?
My knees give way.
Come on, Steve!
God,
we can do
Jesus
this!
Christ.
I know, it's a bit steep, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely got to be careful because it is stone, like I keep saying, but you get moss on it and it is wet because it is kind of winter, and if you fall, you'll fall into stingers. We are so spontaneous when it comes to doing things that we really... Emily's doing her spastic moment. She's got her bag wrapped around her bag. It got stuck on her head, and she did a Jim Carrey moment where the strap got stuck in her mouth and started. Now what I need you to do is fall over.
No, don't, Steve, because that's karma and that will happen to you, and I don't want you to
I
die.
can probably see myself doing it.
You want to know what's going to happen?
God, I feel like a 90-year-old geezer. High fire risk, no barbecues. Look at that. Man, there are so many moments in this place that literally just take your breath away. We've only just started the trek, but I've got a feeling that we're going to probably run out of stuff on the card because there's so many things that you want to shoot.
Know that you're riding, no hesitation and nothing. All these sun rays could cause a fiasco. I got the juice, like Raheem, these girls, they wanna film me. Locked in the asylum, true to my city, so alive. You just came through it, you ain't really with it. Find one trend, send to a friend, miss the next drop, then switch up on your own top 10. Then have another favorite artist by the weekend. You're ready.
Steve's getting to the point where his feet ache.
So I've got wet feet.
Getting hungry, he's getting tired.
And we've come to a dead end and it's going to get dark soon.
Oh no, it's not.
It is. No, we can't go any further because we've got no...
I just found this rock and it looks really green and weird. Steve's over there because he can't be bothered to walk over it, but it's really bizarre.
Day 5 in the Big Brother house. Hashtag fucking knackered, bruv. But we decided to turn around and come the other way because we've kind of come to a dead end. So we're now making our ascent again on the other side. But there are so many different places that you can walk along here. You can obviously go different sides of the mountain because it's huge, man. And it's so breathtaking. Like the air is so clear and so fresh. And each time you come to another little waterfall, it kind of gives this spring fresh air, and it's so much better than Flora. And but yeah, I'm absolutely knackered, bruv. Cream crackered is what we say in the UK. Cream crackered, lovely jubbly. So here is, well, quite a big waterfall, but it's not actually streaming that much. But there are loads of these all along this mountain. And obviously it's so far up there, but there is loads of different waterfalls, and they basically all pass through that, and then they cut through the walkway from where we've just come, and then they continue on down, obviously, through the side of the mountain, and then they go down there, and it continues on, and then another one, because there's like 3 or 4 or 5 different layers. So yeah. But we're going to continue on our ascent up the other side. There's Emily. Woo! And we're kind of hoping that, or it looks like, the actual mountain starts to go down this side, and then I think it goes in a loop and then comes back down towards the car park. But such a fantastic site. It's free. It doesn't cost you a thing to come and see some of this beauty. But we looked at Chatsworth House, which was £35 a ticket. We looked at different cabins, and they're all kind of closed through Christmas, but they're like £16 to £25 a ticket or so. So there are plenty of attractions that you can find in Bakewell, Derbyshire, Peak District, and it's free.
Just found a sheep. Just gonna go and say hello.
Push the dust around, float off solid ground.
I know exactly what it is. I know that we ain't kids. We like to kit back up in the cut and kick. We like to kit back up in the cut.
Sheep shit. Ooh. Even further up, and it's getting even steeper. Oh my god, I am so knackered. Oh, Danny Glover, we're getting too old for this shit. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. Oh.
So this is where the stream comes from. Up there, but we're not up there today, just Steve's tired. Goes all the way down there, and there's Steve. So,
Rolling?
yep.
Right, we have literally been walking for about 2.5 hours up that mountain. A little bit of a sprained ankle, not too much, just slightly. Get all the way back here.
He fell over.
And a fucking slip over, bruv. in the shit. Very Bigfoot. Oh,
Literally,
man.
it was, I'm not even kidding, it was there. He fell over there, and we've just trekked all the way through that.
All the way up and down, like slippery rocks, streams, mud, cow shit, horse shit, pig shit, sheep shit. And where did I fall? In the natural mud.
There.
Shit.
So now
I've got no other pairs of shoes to wear. How the fuck am I going to drive this car?
we got through. Steve's a fantastic driver.
It's going to wear me clutch out.
Look at that, guys.
Whoa! Oh God! I thought it was a rivulet.
Shit! It's gonna wear my
Right,
fucking
there's
whole
like
car out.
Ice.
That was nice. Nice little tree there. Just on a hill.
Wow, fancy living there. My God. This would be so expensive.
I guess the streets did claim him. Yeah, we call him just a lost king. Who's playing the bad way, lose, or the young boys never gonna win, see. First time I'm proud of my selfish decisions.
Cows.
Cows.
All of them.
All of them. Hello.
Hello, bruv. You alright, Nigel?
Hello, mate.
How you doing, Dave? You alright? What are you up to?
Just having a chomp on some grass.
We're grazing, bruv. We're eating. How you getting on, Steve? Yeah, I'm good, thanks, Nige. How's the missus? She alright? She's a bit of a cow, that Pat.
So we've just stopped because we looked out the window
Breathtaking.
and this is what we saw. Unbelievable.
I don't think it does nowhere near as much justice
It
as what it
doesn't,
does when
like,
you're here.
It just looks unbelievable. And like that steam you can see right in the middle there.
It's
think
all
that's
coming
from
off
the
the
water.
valley, from
Yeah.
the water. It's like this, when you're here, and the traffic's gone, the one thing that you really do feel is like Mountain Dew. I know that's a drink, but
Mountain Dew.
you feel it, like it's
Yeah.
it's like very easy to breathe,
It's
and you feel this sensation of this mist being
Fresh.
around you all the time, and it makes it fresh,
there's no
like fresh air, easy to breathe,
what's the
and it's not cold.
petrol fumes. You know, there's no
Smog.
yeah.
So every time we
Every
turn
time
the
we
camera
cut-
off,
Oh, look at that.
do we want to turn it back on?
Oh wow.
Turn till you come up with something like this. It's so beautiful.
Look at that. That is unbelievable. Wow. Oh my word.
God, look at it. There's
Jesus.
fields for days. Whoa, we're going down.
We're going down.
We're going down.
It really is, like, the camera doesn't pick up how beautiful it is, and like sometimes I do have to cut it off because I'm like, I need to see it with my own eyes as well.
Yeah. But again, look, another village,
Yeah.
stone built.
Shut up.
Sorry, but it really is.
Steve and his stones.
It is so bizarre. Well, it's not bizarre. It's just like
It's just beautiful.
it's like being in a film.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, when you spend so many years and living where you live and everything is built out the same, and then you
Yeah.
come somewhere that's like 3 hours away from where you live,
And it's like a different country.
and it's like an old farming English country place where everything literally is built from stone.
And when you think about when you do go to foreign countries, like Spain and stuff, their villas, they're all built with like, what is it?
I don't really know.
Shit.
But like I've built stuff out of stone. I've literally, because I forget what they actually call it. They call
Mason,
it-
isn't it?
Well, stonemasons, but they call it something.
Yeah.
And I've did it, and I've done it, and I know exactly how difficult that is to
Yeah.
build brick walls, because they're not. If you look at
So
them,
even,
if you look at them, they're not built with
levels.
with mortar. They're just placed strategically on top of one another.
Yeah.
So there's nothing that's physically holding it together apart from the structure of how they learn to put it together. It's all counterbalance and weights, and it stops it from blowing over, it stops it from moving. Obviously they've had to put like
The
posts
barbed
up against
wire.
it, but
I don't think that's to keep it stable. That's for the cows and stuff, I think.
like when you're
Stop
building
getting
these
out.
walls, you know, where we are, you obviously use mortar and stuff like that in order to stick it together. And you do that when you build a house, you obviously use mortar. But the walls itself are just literally just placed strategically on top of one another.
It's just unbelievable.
Turn left.
I know it's just fields, but the cameras, because the camera
See,
is
look, you just
so
turn the
good,
corner and bam.
because the camera is so good, it makes it look like flat. But when you see it with your own eyes, you're on hills, you can see for miles. Lovely trees. So we're just driving through.
Then left.
Gonna say
Station Road. Then, after 40 yards, turn left on 8619 Bridge Street.
oh shit, doors open.
I was going to say my doors keep locking. Jesus. woman.
Fuck! I was like, oh, my leg feels a bit wobbly. And it turns out the door's open. Fucking hell.
So this is the busy town of Bakewell.
This is Little Bridge.
After Emily just fell out the door.
I told you. So Steve fell over yesterday, so I feel like it's...
After 200 yards, cross the roundabout.
So a little
Second
town.
exit, A6, North Church Street.
So again, Steve's going to mention, notice how everything is built out of stone. Everything. The little shops. It's difficult to find your way around because everything looks so similar. Like everything is the same.
I didn't find it too bad, because I'm quite good with my bearings anyway. But I can understand it being confusing.
Cross the roundabout. Second exit, A6, North Church Street. Then,
Towards?
after 90 yards,
Towards?
bear right, Buxton Road.
Oh my God, there's a bear on the right.
Rutland Arms Hotel.
Right, that's where we was going to
That's a
stay.
fancy one, that is. But yeah, we're not rich
We
enough
stayed
for
up
that.
there.
We went up here, and it was a lovely little lodge.
Really nice little place.
Beautiful place.
So we were just kind of adding up how much this costs. So I also just went into a shop. It was two shops mixed into one. It was bath salts and candles, and the other one, it was a photography place that basically you know, you could go in and do all your pictures and stuff like that, and you could buy printers and things and print off your pictures. And I wanted another SD card in order for the camera, because we've used two of them up already, but I wanted a 64GB one, and that was not too bad actually priced. That was £25 for a 64GB SD card. So that's what we're using. But then we also bought two candles for Christmas.
Yeah.
So that was £25 for the card, about 15 quid for the candles.
Yeah, and 12. It was about £6 each.
Right, so keep a tally of how much that is. £25 plus 12. Then we went to the bakery where I bought my mother one, I bought my mum one, myself one, and then a small one. And then I bought two other little cakes as well. That was about £30. So 30, 40, 50. So I roughly spent about £80. £80 in the space of like 5 minutes.
And I just checked my bank actually. And yesterday I had just over 600, and this morning I've got 500.
Yeah.
So I've got through 100 quid in just one night, but half of that was petrol.
So what we decided for this trip was, we did it the other way around this time. Emily paid, put £60 in the car for petrol, and then I paid for the hotel, which was £100 in order to stay.
Yeah.
And then we also got a OK Diner, which we showed you. That was, I think that was about £25 for the food. And then we're obviously going to get one on the way back as well. So we were just discussing what that would be like. I mean, this is only really like a 2-day trip.
Yeah.
But if you was to go on a holiday like Spain, or you know, you was to go somewhere, you would look at £400 for the flight. You would look at about £500 for the hotel for the week and accommodation. So you'd be looking at about £1,000 there.
And
Then you would
got
definitely be looking at about £1,000 for spending money and food for the week. So yeah, so we like these little
After
trips
350 yards, turn right.
to Britain. Like in Britain, because there's obviously, when you go on holiday, people love to go on abroad and they love to get onto a plane and go and spend a week in a hot country.
It is nice.
But England and Britain and different places, the EU and whatnot, like, you know, Scotland and places that, you know, we really want to go to that we've never been. And you can spend so many years kind of thinking, you know, I really want to go abroad and all of these kind of places, but you actually forget about where you actually live, the country that you live in.
Yeah.
Even though it's segregated, Britain, UK, blah blah blah, Scotland, Ireland and different places, but it's still, I prefer to do that and actually look around all of the iconic places that I've never actually been myself.
After 100 yards,
I mean, I'd never been up here until last time we came.
Yeah.
I'd never even knew this, like, how different these places are compared to where I live.
Because
It's just beautiful to me, like.
Because what we're doing now, I've never been down these places.
Yeah.
But we decide to put through the route of the map is to take us down all these places. And again, if you look around, you'll still see the further we go out, they're all built in stone. There is nothing that is built in
We're going to
brick.
have to cut all the times that he says.
I know, but it is so fascinating. Even the walls, they're all in stone.
We was in the shop earlier, and there was this really fancy pizza, and Steve was like, "Oh yeah, it's built in stone." I think he meant, but he meant it's stone baked. I was like, "You said it so many times."
Stone baked pizza, but I mean, to me, I was a bricklayer, so I like houses and I like construction, because I used to build these walls when I lived here.
You erect them.
I was a bricklayer, and so I was learning how to build in stone, like, because obviously I was used to building everything in brick. So when you come to places like this, it's so fascinating that no matter how far you go out, even down there, look, it's a stone cabin. Like, even for like a pig shelter and stuff, they're built in stone. They don't do anything in brick. Obviously it's because of the mining and stuff, I would say.
Yeah.
But it really is fascinating, but it can get you lost, like I say, when you're looking around, when you're actually looking around, because all of the buildings look so familiar, the same, it's difficult in order to think, oh, that's that, you know, because normally you look for different colours, different houses, a base point of knowing where you are, but because every building looks exactly the same, it's very difficult in order to know where you are, to get your bearings.
Yeah. So that's a little bit of Bakewell.
So now we're leaving Bakewell. We give the keys back to the place.
Yeah.
And we are now had some food.
We spent about £100.
We spent £100.
And we're now about to go to our last little adventure.
And that is going to be, I don't think it's free, but you don't have to book. You can just go. So we're not 100% sure we're going to be able to get in.
But it's cheap enough, and even if not, we can just have a nice little scenic drive home.
Yeah, but Blue John Mines, which is not Derbyshire,
Glossop.
Yeah,
Hope Valley.
But that should be very iconic because it is still Peak District. So Derbyshire, Peak District, all these kind of places, they're all kind of very scenic.
That little tree.
But the Blue John Mines, we actually also just see a shop in Bakewell that sells the Blue John stones, and they were all obviously blue, you know. But they were like
stone.
some of them were so expensive that they weren't even for sale. Like I think the cheapest ones were like, what were they, £500 were they?
They were expensive, yeah.
£500 for like a little Blue John.
But it's rare, I think, because I've never heard of Blue John. I definitely don't do it in Cambridgeshire and stuff like that.
No.
So I should assume that's why it's so expensive.
Well, obviously they still mine it to this day. They still mine that specific stone because that is the only cave that you will be able to get that from that they know of, is the Blue John mine. So that's why they still mine that stone there from today. But I think it said that part historical fact is mining is slowed down and they don't do it as much as what they did. But you know, when you've got something like that, you can charge whatever you like if you really want one of those stones. Wow.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
God, I really hope there's no one driving up here.
Better not be. Another one of them roads. Whoa, this is steep. Fuck me, it's a roller coaster. Shit. These trees, man. This is the road. I'm sure it is. There was a road that had trees either side. Oh wow. Huh.
Oh my word.
Look at this. Wow. Oh wow.
Oh, there is a car.
He's seen you.
I don't know if we're going to be able to pull over.
Oh. So this, as far as we're aware, is Castleton. Tiny, tiny little village. I know we keep taking videos of it, but they are fascinating.
So we are right now central of Castleton, right near Blue John Mines. But this is such an iconic, very tight gap,
It's tiny.
small village.
It's absolutely tiny, like.
And you've got to drive so slowly because
Yeah.
you can barely fit a car through. But the people are so nice here. Very humble. But I don't know where we are going to park.
That's a bus station.
Maybe behind this car?
Yeah. This is parking. Ah, public car park.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you got to pay. So we've come to another town thing,
We don't know where it is.
but we don't know what it's called.
We don't know. No! So I realised where we are. We are in Sheffield.
We were just driving, thinking actually this reminds us of Sheffield, and
We must be in Sheffield.
it's got to be.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Wow, why is that brought
After
us
300
right through the
yards,
centre of Sheffield?
turn left
Oh.
on 6388 London Road.
Have you missed me? Oh, that's nice dog breath. Oh. I missed you too. Oh, I missed you too.
Molly. Molly moo. Molly.
What's going
Molly. Molly.
What's going down?
Molly.
What's going down? Something's happening. Something's happening to my leg, bruv. What's going down?